What's going on, guys? Back for Operation Sports. We had the MLB 17, the show, live stream today. It's March 2nd. They had their presentation and commentary live stream. You see behind me, we got Kirby St. John, we got Kyle Saul. You're going to see Michael Compton a little bit later in the stream, and then you're going to see Headless Ramon, which was impressive. Let's be honest, he stole it from me. We all know that. Anyway, there's a lot going on in this. The live stream lasted about 90 minutes, about 30 minutes longer than normal. And what you're going to see here is a little different than you're used to seeing. I will be jumping around, but you're going to be seeing and hearing a lot of what went on during the stream. I'm going to let some of it play. I'm going to actually talk over a lot of the audio today, because presentation and commentary obviously can't really be shown. It has to be heard. That being said, we will get through this as quickly as we possibly can. Stick with us, and let's get to it. First of all, we talked about, like I said, Kyle and Kirby St. John here.
What's up?
We're going to move over to the very first slide, which I think was 15 minutes in here. What they're talking about. Whoa, come back to me. Don't leave. So presentation, commentary, we got commentary, presentation themes, which we kind of knew was in here, player personalization, which I didn't realize they were going to go into, but they did. The little button over here that says stadium tagging, very cool. We will break that down extensively because it opens up a brand new world when it comes to commentary in this game. Very excited for that. And then we get some gameplay towards the end, a little bit of routing, fielder routing, stuff like that. Ramon comes on to show us some of that. So moving on, obviously we know it's going to be Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. If you guys didn't know about that yet, what rock are you living under? But that's what you're here for, right? Harold Reynolds, we found out, has been recording lines since before MLB 16, the show, was released. So that little picture we saw tweeted out with a stack of papers about yay high, 3 baseballs high, Harold Reynolds has been doing that, and that's where we get that Easter egg in MLB The Show 16 from in Seattle, with Harold Reynolds making comments. So yeah, he's been recording for over a year. That's extremely impressive, and when you hear Harold Reynolds in this game, and when you hear him on the stream, you will be able to tell that. There are people that don't like the way Harold Reynolds commentates. I'm a fan of Harold Reynolds. He brings personality to this game that I have not heard in the commentary ever. Karros, Hudler, Lyons, all those guys you've always heard before are always kind of straight-laced. I mean, I think Rex Hudler was probably the closest one to bringing personality, but you can hear Harold Reynolds even in the little bit they show here, or they let you listen to here. I think Harold Reynolds does an amazing job of bringing you into the game with his personality. So let's keep going. Harold Reynolds, we talk about, let's see, the next slide here is at 17. Over 140 hours of recording, more than 15,000 or 15,500 new audio lines. Some of that is to be expected with 2 new color commentators. If you didn't hear, Karros and Lyons are not in the game anymore. It is Matt Vasgersian on play-by-play, Harold Reynolds, and Dan Plesac on color commentating. So again, you expect some of this with 2 new color commentators, but that's still amazing, especially considering that Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac are still major parts of the MLB network. And a lot of you guys asked this during the stream. I saw this question come up a little bit too. When it comes to adding audio during the year, like Madden NFL 17 does, extremely tough. One of the nice things that Madden has is that Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis both live near Orlando, the studios in Orlando. It would be almost impossible to bring Plesac and Harold Reynolds in on a normal basis to update, or even Matt Vasgersian, because he's actually doing play-by-play. It's going to be incredibly tough to do that. So I would hope that you guys take that expectation and filter it down just a little bit. But again, 140 hours, 15,500 new audio lines. That's what a lot of us have been asking for. We've been asking for this game to sound different, and it will sound different this year. So moving on, we did get our first legend released in this stream. I know another legend. You see the Harold Reynolds 88 All-Star 1998 card. They said they had a choice between the 87 card where he stole a lot of bases or the 1988 card where he actually was a better hitter. He hit 283, had 11 triples, didn't have the steals. He was caught 29 times, and you will see that in the ratings here. You see this right here, 65 contact, 92 contact versus lefties. That's pretty good for what he is. Again, I think we're going to see this as a commonplace for gold cards this year. Everyone remembers, oh, what are the really good gold cards? Guys, those good gold cards are going to be low diamonds this year. Remember that. You're looking at gold cards that are going to have deficiencies this year. You're not going to get these elite gold cards to use in Diamond Dynasty. Start thinking about that. And start thinking about defense. Defense is going to be key this year with the routing changes and with the ball physics. So 92 contact versus lefties, 97 vision. Again, is vision the meta this year for Diamond Dynasty with the new ball physics? We don't know yet. We want to see more of that gameplay to see. 84 bunt with the bunting changes we found out last week that you could find out on our last live stream breakdown. 84 bunt might be a big key if you want to use those bunts and those drag bunts as weapons. 94 durability doesn't really do too much in Diamond Dynasty. 85 fielding, 76 arm strength, 86 arm accuracy, 88 reaction. Again, when you're using a lot of shifts, that'll be big for second baseman. 93 speed, 40 stealing. Won't really affect you if you manually steal. If you use the load up steal, obviously that's going to have an effect on your jumps. And the base runner aggressiveness, again, not something you really have to worry about too much. But this stream isn't about legends, but there will be 2 more released as we go on. Dan Plesac made a call in. I don't think we need to listen to that. It was very cool to hear Dan Plesac call in. The call went okay. Okay at best. So we won't get into that, but it was cool to see that their guys are in and, you know, all in on this game. And he was very cordial, very nice about the game for what it was. Let's see here next. This is the MLB Network theme. You see above me, the score bug. To the side will be the batter walk-up and the pitcher intros. Pay very close attention to these batter walk-ups as I show them to you. This is his career stats for 2016, and that's Jake Arrieta's stats for 2016. They're going to change, not from the 2016 stats, but when they play a in-franchise game that's in, I think, August or September in this stream, some really cool stat updates, especially with MLB Network. So the MLB Network theme you will get, I think they said 3 to 4 times a month. It will be for specifically rivalries. It will be for big games. It will be for games that mean something in the playoff race, stuff like that. Or you can select any of the themes manually. Next theme we saw here. See if we can load this up. This is theme 1. This is for all of the major league games that are not on the MLB Network automatically, or for you to select manually. You see here, again, same statistics in a different way. The score bug too. Remember the score bug when we first saw it had the show 17 logo on top of it. They changed that because of community feedback from you guys. So very, very cool for that. Let's keep moving here. I think there's theme 2. So this is theme 2. This will be used for all minor league games automatically, or if you select it, obviously. This is one we've seen pretty much last year. The one thing that I do want to say is you will see in here is the pitch speed meter. Keep an eye on that for the MLB Network package. This is the new calendar screen. The new calendar screen is pretty slick looking, guys. It matches up with all the other menus. I think that's pretty cool. You also see above me, like right here, pointing expert, Millennium pointing expert. Right here, MLB Network games are designated with badges, much like in NBA 2K17, where national TV games are designated with badges. So you will see MLB Network games for interdivisional games, for San Francisco, which I'm going to guess are playoff implication games. This is in August. This game you're going to see today is in late August. So very cool for that. Let's keep moving on. Theme 1 calendar. The show track. Oh, one of the things you guys want to know about show track. And we will show that right here. Let me turn the volume up so you can hear it.
Differentiate. You know, every game can feel.
We're going to let this go until they bring it up. But so show track is in the game this year only for MLB Network packages. You will not see Show Track in any other presentation package but MLB Network. And that's for very good reason, because they've completely expanded upon all of the statistics shown. Let's see if I can skip just a little bit.
The game for a long time, you guys know.
There we go.
Great infield plays, stolen bases, all that kind of stuff now is going to be displayed using Show Track. And we're going to be,
as he's saying about Show Track, I will turn him up in a second.
But those are just going to be showing.
They're going to show you a couple really cool videos, starting with a diving play at shortstop that showcases what Show Track shows in the game this year. I agree. Josh Traer 14 in the Twitch chat, which we are live right now at twitch.tv/Operation Sports, says this is baseball porn.
Infield diving catch. Drop it up the middle. Great throw to get to the
And I'm going to tell you, that is an incredible play. Well, let's get another look at that diving play on Show Track. Obviously, a great job just to get
All right, we're going to stop right.
the glove on it, and perhaps just as
All right, we're going to stop right there. You see distance covered, 27 feet. You see over there, it shows the routing he took to the ball. That happens in the outfield too, which we will show you.
impressive was the throw
Feet
to
up the
first.
middle.
Got a lot behind that ball to nab the
Got
runner
across
up the line.
And then once the ball gets there, it shows the ball track, plus above my head, it shows the arm strength. That is uber awesome. Especially, like I said, for you stat heads that like to see things like exit velocity on home runs, launch angle. There's actually a StatCast Twitter account that is a great follow. I believe it's twitter.com/StatCast that will show these as they happen during the Major League season. It's so awesome to see this kind of stuff in this game. So let's keep moving here.
84 miles an hour. Now think about 84 mile an hour across the diamond after hopping up after a dive. Now
You also see this is the new MLB Splash, the MLB Network Splash package when it's going for cutscenes and stuff. So I like this too. This gives it an authentic feel.
Now, not every player is going to be able to do that, right? Crawford's got a great arm. Certain guys have great arms. Other guys, not as much, right? Well, okay, Corey.
Good. You see that MLB Network score bug in action. One of the things I will say a couple times this stream, they mentioned multiple times that the pitch speed is not shown on the score bug. It is a bug. They are fixing it. It will be fixed by launch. As a heads up, guys, you will get the speed of the pitch on the score bug by launch.
No, he does. So, that's something you're really going to be able to now analyze when you see these Show Track presentations showing up in the game. You just kind of see like, oh, wow, that guy really does have a great arm. That guy really does have a lot of pop.
Quick question in chat from Josh Traer 14. Can you make every game in your franchise MLB Network game? Yes. You can select whatever package you want before every game.
He hit that ball 115 miles an hour off the bat, that kind of stuff.
When are we going to see Show Track?
When
will we see it?
When will we see it? When we're seeing it in the MLB Network games, and after a great play like this one, we're going to see it. Look at this running catch, long running catch by Blackman in center field. We're thinking, hey, how far did he go on this one? He had to go a really long way. He had to run really fast, so let's check it out.
I want you guys to notice the routing on that. He is not running straight at the ball. You'll notice there's a very slight curve as he runs. I think like this. Like this. You'll see a very slight curve in the way he runs. Again, just another example of how CPU routing is changed this year. And if you're a user, you better learn how to get routed to the balls as well for better throws.
Route efficiency was good, and he ended
All
up
the way into
covering
that
more than 120
deep
feet
alley.
to make that play.
17.
Gonna bring me off the screen for a second so you guys can see this. You see the top speed of the top running speed, 17.45 miles an hour. Route efficiency. Hello, advanced statistics. How are you doing? 97.5%, only a slight curve. So what I'm excited to see is if somebody takes a terrible route to the ball, I want to see 97.5%. I want to see that go down. I want to see if you have to make a diving play. I want to see that number completely turn around. Distance covered 123 feet. Obviously, that is nothing new to you guys stat heads. That is really, really cool, guys, I think, to see.
An hour, 97.5 route efficiency. Covered a ton
So we
of
are
ground
back
there.
here.
So these are the kinds of things you're going to be getting to see as you play MLB Network broadcast games.
You see right here, another great, what are you going to get show track from? Okay, so obviously they can't show track everything. They're going to show track the best things they can find. Exit velocity, launch angle, hang time, projected home run distance. Hello, again, something that home run nerds love to see. Fielding, top speed, arm strength, route efficiency, distance covered. For me, route efficiency is all I want. I love route efficiency. It's one of my favorite stats to look at because it really shows, it really breaks some of the especially outfielders, but even infielders. I think that's going to open up people's eyes this year if they make a great play, a diving play, and they're like, oh, I just made this awesome play. And then that route efficiency number comes up and is like 80. And you're like, wait a second. Did I make a great play or did I cause myself to not have an easy play? I think under the hood, that's actually going to help people become better fielders in the show. It is a tutorial built into the game. Very cool if people pay attention. Also, base running for steals. Steals are running around the bases, lead distance, max speed, time from first to third, time from first to home, time from second home. All the things scouts look for anyway. So,
and it's pretty exciting even for us because we get to see the widgets and stuff behind.
Another question, just I saw this Feldjaeger in chat. They play later on the MLB Network theme. Pitch speed is not showing because it's CPU versus CPU. Kirby St. John said that is a bug. It will be fixed.
Behind the scenes of making the game, but even when we're playing and we see something really cool, and we get to see that kind of a presentation pop up, like, oh wow, he threw that ball that hard, or
we want to know.
Man, it's very cool to be able to see that.
So they don't only talk about show track here.
Was really the difference between him being safe at home.
So let's get Kirby down here. I love Kirby St. John. If you watch this, I love you, dude. But I need to talk over you, and you have a very strong voice.
Personalizing the players, getting all of their.
So okay, so he's talking about personalizing players right here. One of the other things, and I've said it a million times, there are two sports where personalization of the player is of top importance to immersion into the game. Baseball and basketball. There's only 10 people in the court in basketball, and there's no helmets or anything in baseball. Fans and players are right on top of people in both basketball and in baseball. So player personalization is supremely important, and they've tried year after year to get closer and closer to that. So what you're going to see here is Dustin Pedroia. Something that wasn't incomplete last year. You see this, his little walk up to the base. Also, you see here, hold on, let me get that. Don't you leave stat screen. We're not done with you, stat screen. Get back here.
Hope you enjoy. This one is Dustin Pedroia.
There is no pitching show track that they showed. So again, 2016, he was tied, again, the stats that he had, the highlights in the MLB Network package for what you were tied for second in the AL in batting average. And OBP's on the screen. Nice. I'm going to show you this whole little walk-up package here. So he gets into the box, and come on, Dustin. As an Oriole fan, if you're watching this and pulling your hair out, I'm with you.
As a pitcher, you're thinking, like, get in the box, guy. That's what he does. So we've got that. We've got Dustin Pedroia.
So Dustin Pedroia, his actual walk-up. Oh, God, I can't watch, guys. Tell me when it's over. Just tell me when it's over, Red Sox fans. I'm letting you have this one. I'm letting you have this one, Red Sox fans.
There's great footage. There's some great footage. That's Ramon on his tippy toes, by the way. It was quite impressive.
You guys hear that? They were stating that, so some of the developers did the motion cap for it. The mocap, the one on the left where they went up for the up on their toes, was Ramon that did that. So props to you, Ramon Russell, for doing a move I could only hope to do. You're going to see here Will Myers, again, one of those guys that you just get in the box. Get in the freaking box.
We think we can get it.
These are not one-take wonders. No,
those take more than one time.
Paul, this looks for you. I see you in chat, Paul.
Right. All right, here we got Will Myers.
So we got Will Myers coming up to the plate, does the little, get the dirt on his hands because he's one of those guys that, doesn't wear gloves, does the dirt on his hands. Props to him for that, but get in the freaking box.
Let me dig in here real quick.
You think he's going to go 40-40?
Oh, wait, you know what? No, I'm not ready yet.
Again,
Look at my back.
for me, drives me a little insane. But that being said, it is what it is.
There we go.
All right, so that was the Will Myers. Here you're going to see a celebration from the Pittsburgh Pirates. The other thing that they don't show too much. Oh, God, they dabbed. So yeah, they dabbed. So Pirate Celebration, they also can do celebrations around the bases on home runs, and they have individualized home run celebrations. So another little piece, you'll see one of those later. I won't spoil it, but a player has a really cool thing that he actually does at his home stadium. So, another Legends reveal. How about that, guys? So, I think a lot of us knew this legend was in the game. He was shown off in the Diamond Griffey program. This legend, you'll see, didn't get a ton of play, but so this is Ken Griffey Sr. for those of you that weren't born before after 2000 here. So those of us that know, millennials, I know you don't know who this guy is, but he's the reason the cover boy exists. So Impact veteran 1983, Yankee Ken Griffey Sr.
Griffey Sr.
Move here.
Looking for
Now, let's look at these ratings. 78 bronze. Why do I care about this card? Let me tell you why you care about this card. Events. Events in this game are going to keep value to bronze cards. I saw chat go over this card and go, this is terrible. Why would I want this card? Look at this. 94 contact versus righties, 94 vision, 74 contact versus lefties. That's a card you can keep ratings down with. He can play the outfield. He's a very capable outfielder. He has a little bit of speed. He's fine. And I told you guys before, if you preload steals, you see these two numbers here? Pro tip, if those two numbers equal over 100, you have a guy that can steal a base for you if the pitcher's not paying attention. And let's be honest with ourselves, Diamond Dynasty pitchers rarely ever pay attention. So, yeah, a card that you may want to get as a bronze, especially against bronze. Maybe it's a bronze event. Can't have over a bronze card. This is a perfect card for you guys. So,
It's a value card.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you just heard it say, it's a value card. It's not beating any walls down, but for something you have to do.
All right. Moving on, we're gonna talk about something we're calling stadium tagging.
Okay, so this is where it gets really cool. So you're going to see Michael Compton come in here for what's called stadium tagging.
What's up, everybody?
Hi, Mike.
Designer, chief baseballologist, I guess.
So, okay, chief baseballologist, Jesus.
Hey,
All right, so let me just show you the screenshots of this. Okay, so this is, I have this right. They go over like 4 or 5 different ones, so. All right, so this is Marlins Park. They said they're doing this one first because of the home run derby. But see all these letters in here? You've got the upper decks. You got the Florida Marlins right field pole. You've got the Jumbotron. So before what would happen is you did a home run like deep and then just be, oh, it's a long home run. It's gone. Now, and you'll hear this in a clip here, they can actually talk about where it hit. They have places like Sheffield Street in Chicago. They've got I'm gonna guess the water in San Francisco, the bay out there. They're gonna have all of those tagged for commentary lines. So if you, let's say in Oriole Park, please have the warehouse tagged. Please have the warehouse tagged in Oriole Park. If somebody hits the warehouse, Matt Vasgersian more than likely is going to say, "Hey, that's a huge thing. It's the first time the warehouse has ever been hit." So, okay, let's continue here. That was the Marlins.
What the tool actually looks like when a stadium has been tagged.
Again, this is not in-game, obviously. This is their tool.
We wanted to do because of the home run derby. So we have everything.
Yes, McCovey Cove. There you go, Andrew Gamer. Andrew Gamer NZP with the little underscores. Thank you for that, sir.
We're gonna know where it landed. So we're gonna be able to say some pretty cool.
So again, everything is just everything tagged. You see, there's even tags in foul territory. So just really awesome stuff that is going to advance commentary and advance presentation. Okay, this is Chicago. I'll pause it for you guys real quick. Not a ton to pause, but you see over there, very key, look over on the left side of the screen, Waveland, and right above me, it's kind of mixed up with the Jumbo, where it says Jumbotron right here. See, it says Chicago Cubs Sheffield. The out-of-town scoreboard, like they know these bushes. Look, the Chicago center field clear bushes, the LED, they have it even down to, look, the LED ribbon and the home run net. Like, they know when it hits the home run net. So can you imagine a commentator going, oh, that home run was almost brought back in, but it just got into the net at Wrigley. Like, That's so cool that they can break that down between the bleachers, the home run net, or the Jumbotron. It's very cool. We're going to let this play. There's a couple more stadiums. I think it's Arizona and Boston, so I'll show you guys that real quick. Yes, we saw that in Larry Hova. Good catch. The new bullpens are in for Wrigley. We saw that in a previous live stream, but this pretty much proves that the new bullpens right there are in for you Cubby fans, you World Series lovers.
So you can see we have Waveland and Sheffield in Chicago.
Waveland and Sheffield, as they just said.
Everything from...
All right, so this is Arizona for you Diamondbacks fans. You get new jerseys, you get stadium tagging. Very cool. The over the concourse they talk about. They talk about the batter's eye, which another really key feature. So again, guys, think about this. Like, all of the individuality of baseball stadiums. What's the one thing that baseball has different than every other sport? No matter what stadium you go to, it's different. If every stadium is tagged in MLB The Show, commentary is stadium specific, so you guys are ready to go for commentary. I just said my favorite might be Oriole Park and Camden Yards. So if you guys are at YouTube, in the comments right now, if you're hearing this, let me know what you want to hear in commentary. Could be pretty cool to talk about.
You know, the
basket,
bushes.
right? You get the,
Yeah,
you get into
got,
the basket.
yeah,
Yeah, it's into the basket.
So
that
for
kind
the
of stuff.
for the great Matt call that happened in the playoffs, here's Arizona, and we can get pretty granular. So even the spot.
Yeah, they mentioned how granular they get. This is about as granular as it gets. Look at this. So every Boston billboard is tagged. It's got Lansdowne. If you look over there between the two billboards, it's got the Jumbotron over here. It's got the deepest. It's actually called the deepest part. Like, it knows the deepest part of the ballpark. It knows the bullpens behind me. It knows the monster. It knows the out of town. It knows the difference between the monster and the out of town scoreboard. Like, the light tower trust, you don't know how excited this gets me to hear, because while commentary, most people turn commentary off. If all of this is in, and you had a bomb, chances are you were going to hear Matt Vasgersian go, oh, and he hit it onto Lansdowne Street. Like, Boston fans love that call. So very cool. I think that's going to be a great addition that will only get better as they have time to record more commentary.
Two different things.
Utah Street. DeBuono says it perfectly. My Orioles fans, guys, I love you so much. What about Utah Street? The ball hits the flag court. What about hits out to the center field Ivy in Baltimore? Or if you hit a real bomb out to where the Hall of Fame statues are. The Orioles Hall of Fame statues with Palmer and Brooksy and all out there. So the deepest part would make you feel better when you center green. K-Spots 20 in chat. My man.
Yeah, so Matt, roll the video with
Let's get back on this.
Chicago, and let's just see what happens.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. This one is long.
Bomb squad.
Look at this. On to Sheffield and gone.
Yeah. So you guys can probably hear it onto Sheffield Avenue there. And we have a lot of different stuff tagged in a lot of different stadiums. So
very cool. Very cool. Oh, hey, there's a little Easter egg. What's going on, Joe Madden, with your full beard? Guys, tell me faces don't look better this year. Look at me in the eyes right now and tell me faces don't look better, and don't laugh at yourself. Faces look amazing this year. Oh, Paul Sporer in chat. Santa Maria. Stanton hits 512 feet off the most well-known... Well, okay, never mind. We won't continue that, Paul. He's talking about Marlins Park. You can guess where that went. It wasn't clean. So Joe Madden looks amazing, by the way. I agree. Aqua X101, one of the mods for the Reddit, for the show Reddit community, says in chat that they don't like cartoon players anymore. They have more of a realistic view. That's what a lot of people had problems with last year and in previous years, that faces didn't have that realistic look. Now they do. And that Joe Madden shot was, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, whoa.
There's a lot of possibilities.
A lot of possibilities, yeah.
I haven't heard it yet, but I know that we got, like, for foul ball, like if it went into the press box area.
Yep,
stuff like that. So obviously really rare, but it can happen.
Yeah.
So you hear that right there, is that they have also press boxes, foul territory is marked, as well as fair territory. So what are we going to next? I think, oh, next page. So the video, the Madden, yeah. So we're gonna get a national. You see this little mark behind me right here? We're going to get the New York Mets playing at the Washington Nationals. We're going to leave the volume up for some of this. We're not going to play the entire thing. It would behoove you to go watch this archive. You see the marker that we're at. We're at the time marker, about 42 minutes. If you want to watch the whole thing, go to the Twitch archive. It's twitch.tv/San Diego Studio, no S at the end, San Diego Studio, or youtube.com/Sony San Diego. Both of those will take you to the archive of this stream. You can watch it word for word yourself. And like I said, even though you're watching this breakdown right now, I think you guys owe it to yourself to watch this entire thing just from that mark, so you can watch this entire game to hear all the commentary and how it flows.
And then on different days, some teams have.
Yeah, K-Spots, I'm going to get that. So you want top of the fourth, one out? Okay, I got you. Matter of fact, I think I marked that one down.
Every team gets at least.
Yeah, top of the fourth.
Some a little bit more, and they're usually the logic there is.
I got you, K-Spots. Top of the fourth, one out. He wants to see that at bat.
Night game,
See here.
got the Nationals and the Mets.
Franchise game on.
What are you cooking?
CPU.
Yes, this is a franchise CPU versus CPU game.
Just straight steak.
Sear it both sides in the oven. We're good. Mwah.
Okay.
And then a franchise in the oven. Obviously, if you put it well done, don't even.
All right, this is on hybrid presentation too, so it's not going to be a full presentation package. You're going to get hybrid.
Let's jump in. Let's play.
I was not, Paul. I was not around for that. I missed that. So again, okay, pause this real quick. This is the new matchup screen. A lot of the same stats that you've seen before, but again, a much cleaner look, and you can still scroll through the matchups with the L1R1.
Nationals are leading the division.
These are franchise stats for you franchise nuts. They did do a sim up until this part of the season, so I'll let you guys see that real quick. The Nationals at 78-48, and the Mets at 68-60.
I think they're hanging in there probably for the wild card.
That Mets pitching staff though.
Predictable, right? The Mets pitching,
pitching.
really good pitching.
Look at
Same
those
thing.
ranks.
Look at the
Yeah.
Nationals,
So we got a pitching duel on our hands.
All right, so let's move this forward.
Three-game series between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals.
That
Two
music.
great hitters
Listen to
lead
the
their
music.
teams to battle next on MLB Network.
Yes, double T.
The California
Hey.
right-hander is on the mound.
That's
What do we
me.
need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, he pitched into the fifth inning last outing.
We actually have a new layout here on the starting pitcher screen, new
If he's able to
stats
go
here.
deeper, keep his team in it, and maybe walk away with the
Different
win.
layout.
That's
You
what I'm
guys
looking
experience
for in
that
this
as we go.
game.
You see another one.
Here now is this group.
Okay, and then
real quick, I'm just going to take off.
they're going to pause this real quick. This is his 2017 stats. You're going to see stuff change here. I did mark down a couple of really cool things that they're going to show. But again, this is the new MLB Network package. Two things about this right now. Joe Ross's delivery is going to look kind of funky. They know it's a bug in his delivery. The ball is going to look like it comes out of his hand weird. It's okay. They know about it. They're going to fix it. And also, I'll say it again. For the MLB Network package, CPU versus CPU, you will not see pitch speed on the screen. That will be fixed. It will show up in the score bug by the time the game releases.
Off with text on the bottom of the screen.
The lighting absolutely looks better.
Into it, just to
Clean up the experience
clean
a
up
little
the
bit.
experience.
Chase.
We don't give away any secrets.
They're magic widgets.
Get on the screen. Get out of here.
See ya.
All right.
The magic of development.
I agree with Doc Zen in chat. Doc Zen in chat says from the calendar to the overlays, the new fonts are pretty amazing. I agree with that.
All right. Let's go.
We're going to let them do this startup here. I'm going to let it play a little bit. I have very specific things we're going to look at.
Underway now on
Oh, and the
Friday,
audio
the first
is
pitch of our
out of
series.
sync
This
on
is
their
ball
stream.
one.
So you're going to see the bat hit, and then the ball's going to sound. That's their stream. They know about it.
Team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last
Let's
10 ball games.
watch.
Matt, they're on one of those hot streaks. I mean, everything is going right for them. They're playing great baseball right now. I mean, timely hitting. The bullpen.
I mean, this is a camera angle we've seen before. I'm okay with this.
They're rested. They're doing the things they need to do to really
Perfectly okay with where this is right now.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Takes a look down.
You see there the new check swings. You'll see that a couple times in the stream. They redid all of the check swings. They admitted that there was a problem with them last year. A lot of people said, well, I check swing and it is like it's always a strike or always a ball. Now they have been completely reanimated. So check swings are completely different this year. You're even going to see a really cool one where you see like a half check swing where the ball fouls off backwards to show off the new bat ball physics.
For a strike.
I agree. This, as crazy as it sounds, this was my favorite stream from Sony so far. I think the amount of information they gave was phenomenal.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now here's a ball heading for the right field corner. This
Oh my.
Oh my. Holy smokes.
Holy moly.
Wow.
You hear them say it too. Asdrubal Cabrera leading off the game with a
Please.
bomb against Joe Ross.
leading off the ball game. And even 20 home runs for him now thus far. And the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
Oh,
Okay. 20 home of the season. You see the new MLB Network package still?
We might see a show track presentation here, fellas.
Leading off with Cabrera.
Yeah, K-Spots, they mentioned that on stream. Again, the way the ball came off of Joe Ross's hand, they mentioned that very directly on stream, that is a known bug that they know about, that they're going to fix in that delivery. K-Spots, good picking it up.
They want to see how this looks on show track.
here we go.
Was absolutely blasted. 113 miles an hour off the bat, according to Show Track. As you see the distance there, that's one that'll get people talking.
Wow.
You see that? That is what we like to call pure beauty. Shed a tear, baseball fans, because seeing exit velocity, launch angle, hang time, and projected distance with this beautiful bow over my head is something that I need to see all the time. I need to see it. So great.
I think got out of here in a
Rope.
hurry.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson. Lifetime against Joe Ross.
See here? Listen here real quick. He has his 2017 splits. Listen to the commentary when I turn this back on real quick.
7 hits in 17 at
Okay, I'm going to pause it real fast because what you just
I need you to hear that again, guys. Even if listen to the what Vasgersian is talking about, not the stats on screen.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson. Lifetime against Joe Ross. 7 hits in 17 at bats.
Okay, I'm going to pause it real fast because what you just heard.
I'm going to pause it too. Commentary has been updated for every batter walk-up in the game. Or I think they said most of the batter walk-ups in the game. Matt Vasgersian just said what Curtis Granderson's current stats were against Joe Ross. Tell me that's not awesome. Not his season stats, his lifetime stats matching up against Joe Ross. Something else they told us in the stream, it updates as the season goes on. So if he started off, 6 for 12 against Joe Ross and gets a hit in the game, the next time you hear the matchup stats, he'll be 7 for 13. That's freaking amazing. I almost cursed on stream because of how awesome that is. I almost cursed on YouTube, and that is a no-no for Operation Sports. We are a PG stream, and I'm trying to stand calm, guys.
Is matchup stat.
Great point in the chat. Paul Sporer in the chat. Go follow him, twitch.tv/psporer. It's PSPORER24. What about Road to the Show, guys? Can you imagine hearing your lifetime stats against a pitcher in Road to the Show? Awesome. Very good point.
And we didn't bring it up earlier because we wanted to just let it play out. Matt just mentioned that Granderson, he just mentioned his career stats against Joe Ross. This is something we have never been able to do. We've never had that data in the game. This year, we put it in, so now we're actually able to comment on, hey, this guy's, 6 for 20 lifetime. And we also have other stats that we're tracking, right? We got home runs, strikeouts, RBIs.
Yep. And
So
that stuff all updates as you play your career.
it updates as the career goes on. So if
I know they're behind me, but like it updates as you play your career, and they have all of the stats already in the game. Just amazing. Frankly amazing. The one question I have with that is what happens when they add a new player. Like, let's say a player, like, I'm not talking about a rookie, because obviously they're going to add rookies, but what happens if they bring a player back to the game that hadn't been played in a while? Like, I know Willie Mopena is attempting to make a comeback. So what happens if Willie Mopena comes back to the game? Are they going to be able to say his stats? I don't need him to say Willie Mopena, but his stats versus somebody like that. Not saying Willie Mopena is going to make it back to the game, but if somebody does, let's see.
If you looked up what you just heard, it probably wouldn't be accurate to real life because, hey, we're in the middle of the season and it's been tracking itself. It's been tracking itself all along. So especially with key players, you're gonna end up noticing that.
Let's see here. Is this the one I want?
First pitch on its way. A changeup over the inside.
All right, guys. You've heard me preach this on every stream that I've ever done in franchise mode. This is the most important screen you will ever see in franchise mode. It is the umpire screen. If you see this come up, do not pause it. Do not skip past it. Take a piece of paper. Take a pen. Take Google Notes. Google Keep. OneNote. I don't care. iNotes. iPad. Whatever you want to put it on. Take a black marker and write on your iPad. Listen to the notes about the umpire. You can create your own book on umpires, and you will have an advantage when you know the umpire. You can also find the umpire in the game log. Listen to this.
Corner, and there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
He's my favorite umpire.
You know, Matt, we won't see
Jerry?
a whole lot of arguing
yeah.
with Jerry. Jerry misses a pitch, he'll tell you, I missed it. What? And if you turn around and you ask him, Jerry, how far off the plate was that? He'll say, Hall of Fame pitch, HR, Hall of Fame. So, Jerry, you got my respect, man. I love him. And the players love him, and so do the pitchers.
Well, the personality of Harold Reynolds coming out there.
So again, you hear some of the personality. Oh, they just talked about it. The personality of Harold Reynolds. That's not the best example. A lot of times they will tell you the bias of the umpire or whether he calls strikes on inside or outside. Definitely, yeah. Paul Spore's got it. Ed Drummond, the worst umpire in the show. But yeah, the umpire's bias towards strikes and balls, his bias towards batter, pitcher, and his tendencies all matter, and they talk about them every game. Please remember that. See if we can get a Mets intro, baby. Give me a Mets intro. All right, nice little strikeout on Granderson. Right here, I did see this question pop up in chat. This is the first time that we've seen extended gameplay, and I was hoping not to see the frame rate drop. I did see it this. I don't know if it's the stream. You can't tell on a stream. It's really tough because the stream is locked down most of the time. It seems like it's there. It seems like the frame rate drop during cutscenes is still there. Again, we haven't heard anything about the PS4 Pro yet either. Because it's very possible the PS4 Pro may update that. If it's not 4K gaming, we've all heard about the PS4 Pro Boost. Maybe that affects the frame rate. I don't know. I've seen it in chat a couple times. I wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. So hopefully they do something about that. Maybe with the Pro, maybe it's just a stream thing. But it's something they've had a problem with for a few years in cutscenes and with specific stadiums.
Meet the Mets. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold?
Well, Matt, this isn't a club with a high on-base percentage. They're near the bottom in on-base percentage, so this is a club that sits there, and they have to hit home runs. They want to win.
Still in the sixth slot.
Drive balls in the gap because
Not ideal.
they don't have a lot of traffic on the bases.
Not ideal.
So again, you hear that. That's the new matchup screen with the new music for MLB Network. You see here Harold Reynolds talk about the matchups that the New York Mets, like, he's dynamic in saying that they're having a problem hitting the baseball right now. They have to hit home runs to win. Very cool. They also said that Dan Plesac would be involved in that as well. It just depends on what they were looking at. My guess is Plesac will have more of the pitcher intros and Reynolds will have more of the batting intros. But we'll see as that goes along and as we see more gameplay.
Stepping into the box, Yoenis Cespedes is currently hitting just under 310 on the season.
So batter walk-up commentary. Matt has we've redone.
Let's see something real quick.
Stepping into the box,
Okay, you're going to hear them talk about the batter commentary.
Just under 310 on the
So
season.
batter walk-up commentary. Matt has we've redone almost every single batter walk-up line in the game this year. We redid the flow, so it's not always kind of the same, you know, stitch the name at the beginning and the line at the end. We've redone the entire flow, and
So right there, that's Kirby St. John talking, one of the leads to the commentary team. What's going to be cool about this is for guys that skip through the batter walk-up by accident this year, what he's talking about with the flow is that all of the stuff you hear in the walk-up, now, if you skip the walk-up, can be moved over to like after a strike or after a swinging strike, something like that, in a cutscene in the middle of a at bat, or like a foul ball. So before, where you got to a foul ball and it was just kind of quiet, now that entire cut can move into that area, so you have less downtime on the commentary, less dead air, as people call it. So
all new lines. So you're not going to hear any of the same batter walk-up lines that you've heard for years on end.
A lot more statistical context, a
Absolutely.
lot more situational context.
This is the kind of
Something also is that something that we worked really hard on, and you did a great job implementing, is when a batter walk-up is skipped, and we are showing.
see if we can show this.
When the guy is coming up to the plate.
Helps keep the conversation
We've seen that.
flowing.
We've seen the plate cam before. There is a nice play that I want to say it's Anthony Rendon at third base makes here. Let's see if we can get that.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Now a fastball as he has to
Again, audio is out of sync. That was on the stream. That is not something in the game that you're seeing. It is something they knew was on the stream, and there's nothing they could do about it.
Yeah.
Ready now with the payoff pitch.
Ooh.
Hit to third. Oh, look at the sliding stop. It's in time.
I don't care what speed you are. That play wasn't made last year. That little reverse spin is gorgeous.
So digging in now.
What else I think is cool is, so you see this package here? They look like every one has a different set of stats. They're not always the same. Like one we saw OBP on. This one for Duda, we're only seeing average home run and RBI. Like it mixes it up. It keeps it fresh. I think that's also pretty awesome. So let's keep moving here. I think this is the at-bat. We want to look at this one.
Shift on Dusty.
Yeah, the pump K-spots I agree with. I didn't like the pump, but
this is
I will say this: the hesitation that I saw on that, the little fist pump, might be attributed to Humanity AI, because he also can look down the line and see, I've got a second. Maybe that was it. So I did see that, and that's good, and I'm hoping that's the explanation for that.
work in progress. We say it every stream. We're still working on the game. Very much still putting in long hours and everything. So if you see problems, little errors, we're working on it. We're still getting through.
Like this cutscene is really smooth. So
pitching motion. Yeah, pitching motion is going to be worked on. So we see some people in the stream bringing that up. Don't worry.
I want to get one more. I want to get one more part of this at bat that we can move on.
That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
That right there, very cool. Let's see if we can get that one more time. We just said that check swings were redone. So watch this right here. Very cool. There's no beta. Watch this little check swing. Again, not something we saw last year. The fact that they redid a lot of the check swings now allows that little half swing foul ball that went straight back to happen. Again, just things we haven't seen before that they keep adding to the game, and every year we're like, well, what are they going to do next? Let's see here. Next up, what's the default? Yeah, the currently, in case you didn't see it, the presentation is on default hybrid online for you Diamond Dynasty guys, or maybe you, I think it's online franchise too. You get hybrid presentation by default. This may extend games a little longer. Maybe. I think it was Pasta Padre did a test that it didn't really extend games that much because you can still skip through the scenes, but you will get presentation online. They added all this stuff to presentation. They want you guys to see it no matter what game mode you play in. So, yeah, there was a Bryce Harper new stance playing 2K16, and you will see that in this stream. Let's see, is it 2 outs? Yeah, it's 2 outs. So let's get into that.
And this is fouled at the plate.
This is a great question. Online gameplay. So, you can set.
And if you're doing that flash
Will
screen,
fast play be an option if I want to?
But another look here at the solo shot.
so gorgeous, so gorgeous.
That's a good question. I did
It's
not know
1-0
that.
Mets.
That's above my pay grade.
All right, here we go with the Matt
I
Harvey.
guess that it's set by the home team, like most of the other teams.
It probably
Go
is.
as he'll be
Yeah.
on
Let's
the
listen to
mound
Barry
for the
Matt
Mets.
Harvey.
Harold, what do you got?
Well, this is going to be an interesting game. He pitches really good at home, and he struggles on the road. And in this road game, this road atmosphere, I don't know if that's getting to him or what it is, but he just has not got good numbers on the road. So maybe look for the other team to take it to him today.
A speedy Trey Turner digs in
All
now.
right, well, we'll see if.
Okay, so one of the things that I'm curious about with that, I wonder if that not good on the road is already built into Matt Harvey, or if that's dynamic that he's not having a great season on the road. You would think a color commentator wouldn't be making too many direct comments, although Kirby did say that Harold Reynolds knew a lot of the major league players, so you're going to get a lot of those personal quips about the players. I wonder if that he has bad away numbers is dynamic to the statistics of that year, or if it's just to the player. I'd love to see that be dynamic to the actual year it's being played, because that just, again, more depth in the commentary, more reason to keep it on. You're getting closer and closer to that, let's say it, to that NBA 2K level that everyone wants to get to. So
Matt Harvey, as Harold and Matt just brought up.
watch this, because you're going to see a really cool example of humanity AI during this at bat.
Play here tonight.
They do new songs in MLB. Yeah, it's a new soundtrack playing, but you can also do sounds of the show. You can, it's instead of 512, you can do 1024. I promise you guys I will not pimp the site that much, but on operationsports.com in the forums, we actually have a Sounds of the Show forum that has entire sound packs up right now for 16 with instructions on how to use them. We have guys that actually research player walk-ups, stuff like that. There's already guys getting stuff together for 17. So in that MLB 17 forum on Operation Sports, there are guys that already do that. Aqua can tell you, I think they do that on Reddit too. So, but I do know for a fact that it's on OS.
Losers last time out, but still.
And matter of fact, if you guys are listening to this, I will put the Sounds of the Show link to the forum in the description of this video.
In a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
We're looking at a club I'll say is lukewarm. They were 4-2 at home. Not sizzling.
Another check swing. Another beautiful check swing.
But the first game on the road, I think we'll learn a lot about what this club is about.
I see you, Doc Zen.
This one's down to third. Backhanded. Throw by right is in time.
You were gonna see this as at the end of the stream, because they go over gameplay. You see David Wright hurry that throw, grab the ball, and immediately get it out. Because then they put a slower runner in. You see him change. You definitely stay tuned for that. That humanity AI, that throw. I think most of you Diamond Dynasty guys that didn't have Adrian Beltre or Mike Schmidt at third base know that throw with a 97 speed guy, that's safe. That's safe 9 times out of 10 in 16. So
Trey Turner can fly, man. It's an
Timeout
exciting
from our
player.
nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Harold?
that music, the music.
Themselves already down 1. The big thing here, realize you got a lot of game left. Just score 1 run. Try to get right back in the game, even it up, and play the whole 9 innings. You can't just
Krabby Patty in chat says A-Rod at third. I don't even think A-Rod at third had it because he didn't have the reaction time. The only guys with the 90+ reaction that I knew of were essentially Mike Schmidt and...
Sometimes you will hear from Dan as well.
They're talking about, you'll get that too. So let's see, what is next? Shortstop urgency, we got that.
You'll hear Dan on occasion.
Let's lines finish. Oh, let's see if we can get this right here. Oh, this is Adam Eaton, same thing. While we're waiting for Adam Eaton to get that, oh, Seattle A-Rod. I got you, Krabby. I got you, dude. So, let's see if he gets this one. Again?
Get rid of it. Gotta get rid of it.
The urgency on
You
that
want-
throw from short.
You hear it? You want urgency? You got urgency, guys. That is exactly what you guys wanted to see. A shortstop with a slow ground ball to his right in front of him makes that beautiful sidearm throw, doesn't even stop. So very cool. One thing I do want to bring up while we're waiting for another at-bat here is that post-pitch commentary on like fouls. We talked about that. You're going to get there's more commentary on foul balls now. Plus, again, they mix in a little better in terms of, they let lines finish. Before, you would hear commentators cut each other off. Now, you're going to hear lines continue unless something big happens during the play. So you're going to hear commentators be more organic as they go over the at-bat.
But then we will interrupt if it's
He's in the middle.
This is the new Bryce. I think this is a new Bryce one, right? New Bryce Harper. Anybody?
But if we will
New
let
stance
the
for
guy
him?
finish, and then we also have new commentary when we do let the guy.
Wait, was
finish.
this the
So they-
matchup stats that I wanted to see here?
Sure.
Okay. Go to Dan, and Dan can
Let me just see real quick when Bryce Harper on this walk up.
Not always just Harold. You'll hear Dan on occasion. Same thing for. Gotta get rid of it.
That's still a beautiful. That's still a beautiful. That's still a gorgeous throw.
That is a great example.
Real nice play.
Hey, 240, 30 bombs. Give him the take. Give him the take. I'll
Hard to
take
complain
30.
about 30
I'll take 30.
What was the RBIs? I didn't see it. It was up there. 70
Maybe
something?
there's another one. It's these 58-40. Let's see here.
Okay. About line, but
It's a really tricky thing with comedy.
one time more, so they're commenting.
It's not Neil Walker. I know that.
There we go. So we just got another matchup stem bug. We're definitely getting to that. So no worries about that. That'll be there
Oh, they're talking about matchup stats with Neil Walker. Let me see here.
on repeat.
Here's Neil Walker,
I get paid
lifetime
for it.
against Joe Ross. 4 for 13. He's taken him deep once.
There we go. So we just got another matchup stat right there. Neil Walker's gone deep on
So
Joe
again-
Ross one time.
It talks about Neil Walker's Joe Ross numbers. So again, another commentary ad.
To the windup and the pitch.
There,
That's the
should have done
one.
it there.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing some comments about miles per hour.
I think we're gonna get a nice new defensive look too.
Might be joining us late. I see.
It's not like a wall. Everybody's that way. So it's kind of a.
See here, come on.
For the first out.
Time for
All
a
right.
look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Nationals.
New defensive alignment.
Bill Bryce
Splash.
Harper, when he first broke into the league when he was 19, 20 years old, he was running around like a crazy man all over the place like a little jackrabbit.
I mean, that's just the cleanness of everything.
He's really become a nice outfielder.
That's one of the cool things about working with these guys. They know the players so well. So if we ask them, hey, give me a line about Bryce Harper, give me a line about they know these.
Let's turn that back down. So we got Jay Bruce. Let's see here. Nats defense. Let's see. You have to excuse me, guys. I'm on my second page of notes, and we are about almost halfway through. Please don't worry about the keyword. I know you people are going to put it in the comments anyway. It's not going to do anything. It's for them. It's for live.
Sorry, the Hall of Fame.
In case you guys have not seen it, we already did it on a couple of streams already, but this is the pre-order bonuses.
MLB, the show.
You guys, I'll give you guys a good shot of that real quick.
For you right now.
You can pause it because I'm not keeping on it very long. There we go.
The hat will come with the game when you pick it up. So there's no code.
The keyword is on. Yeah, and just one time.
We are going to skip through, as I said, we're going to skip through a lot of this gameplay, guys,
Yeah, absolutely.
because I want you guys to watch it on your own. But we will go to very key spots.
Yes, there is quite a bit new content there, and we just don't want to show it all off, but you'll experience it as you come across it.
We did a lot of the hits.
I don't know if you could hear that, but they talked about Daniel Murphy's stats against Matt Harvey. I think it was 6 for 14 with a couple of home runs is what Matt Vasgersian said. So another example of that commentary matchup data. From the chat, do corner basemen take better routes to the ball? I'm going to guess the higher defensive stats do, because we saw that a couple times. You will see that a little bit later too.
You can run into some of that stuff if it's a
The outside.
Is the game size smaller? I don't.
All right. There's strike 3 on Daniel Murphy. How do you watch that go? How do you watch that go?
Does the Hall of Fame edition come in a box? Well, it comes with a hat. That's all we can say.
Another the defensive splash again now for the Mets, for you Mets fans, just to show it off. You're talking about the Orioles need a new catcher and Travis d'Arnaud is the catcher? Come on. All right. Stadium. Oh, okay. See here.
On its way. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently.
See what the
I
next
think
thing
somebody
is
mentioned
here.
something about specific stadium sounds, and yeah, we have different things. Like in Oakland, you're gonna hear those guys out in the outfield. And, yeah, you know, in Cleveland with the drum guy. You know, we try to implement that type of stadium.
So you hear that? There are going to be stadium-specific sounds. Obviously, you're going to get more if you use your own sounds. And again, a reminder that for sounds of the show this year, if you use them online, you will be able to hear them. So the other player will not, but it will not take them out like they did last year. So maybe if you're streaming, not from your console, but if you're using a capture card, you can actually use those sounds in your stream as well. All right, let's see. They go to gameplay here in a minute. Let's see if we can get this up here. Again, guys, this is a lot of gameplay. Again, about 48.5 minutes. I would suggest this is the wide cam.
We're looking at our MLB Network package.
7105. Let me see here. I do want to show you guys the new defensive settings menu. There it is. This is the new defensive settings menu. It gives a better look at the colors of, you know, push or pull hitter tendency. Nothing's really changed in this menu. It doesn't look like. It looks like you can still do things very individually. Let's see if it comes straight up to that menu. The one thing I don't see is the custom. So let's see what comes up for that menu. Sounds of the show does work in DDK spots. It does this year. It doesn't work for opposing teams' K spots, but it works for you. So if you put sounds of the show in, you will hear it.
Harold began his post-play commentary talking about that hit before our camera cut. And it's a little bit of a technical thing that maybe some people don't realize, but what we've done this year, especially with base hits, is we've removed is that we can kind of make it feels a lot more natural.
She's talking about that where he's talking about something before a camera cut and then continues going through. What Kirby's talking about is technically it's really tough to get. That's a terrible play. It's really hard to get audio commentary and video to sync up when you're cutting a screen because you're reloading everything on the video. So it's very tough to keep that audio going to do that. In this year, they will do that. They will talk through camera cuts again. They did not have spray charts. No, Paul, they did not. They're going off the numbers. I think that are preset for the players. I don't know that those are. I don't think that those are dynamic. I think those are preset.
Prizes are going out.
Yeah, that analog. In case you guys haven't seen, this is the new analog meter. Good catch, Nixie, with the big plate in the middle. I think they did this to be a little more difficult. To get dead center. So, I mean, I'm not sure I like the size of the plate, but we'll see. I mean, don't knock it till you try it. We can only see what we see, right? You also notice over here, the energy and confidence used to be on a circle. They put it back to bars to make them easier to look at. And also, you notice all of the pitch matchup, or all the pitch descriptions, fastball, slider, are all in the MLB Network font to match up with the score bug. I think that's good to line up a little better with everything looking the same on the screen. What I really want to see that they didn't show off is right here. I want to see what the score menu looks like, the MLB score menu during franchise mode. Obviously, this is covering that up because this is their Twitch overlay, but I'd like to see what that looks like, especially the MLB Network one, like the score drop-in. So, let's see here, 74. Think we got a bomb coming, boys.
really looking forward to doing that, and that's a big priority for us. So that was a good example of right there.
Nixie, I have not. I asked that question during chat. What Nixie in chat is asking about the colorblind issue for the catching meter. We have not got an answer for that yet. We do not have an answer on the colorblind issue for the catching meter. My guess is they're trying to work on it. Here you go. The quick shift is still in, and then the advanced fielding.
You guys big analytics guys? Like, what's the deal here?
Links official in chat says Cespedes has an updated stance.
And then left it on. So.
Yeah.
Here comes the 0-2.
Oh, let's see if he gets there. No,
Let's go. Let's go.
Aye.
And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2
Right there? Okay, right there, guys. What you just saw with Cespedes go like that, that is a custom home run trot for Cespedes going around second base. You can set them yourself for your own guy.
Floating Ramon.
Ramon head.
Oh, there's Ramon's head behind me.
This doesn't feel weird
We've
at
seen
all.
some of those Ramon emojis you guys have created. Pretty clever.
Very sneaky.
Real sneaky with those Ramon.
That was me. I guess it doesn't matter whether I see the pitch or not, does it, Mike?
Hey, I told you where I was going.
So again, not seeing a custom home run swing because it wasn't a no-doubter, but you do see Cespedes does that little kiss to the hand thing. Very cool. We're getting close to the 4th inning. I know about you guys.
Look at it. There we go.
That is a great.
Let's see here. Home run. Oh, by the way, I'm going to pause this. Evan Longoria's beard is confirmed to be in the game. They have updated that since Longoria has been wearing a beard this year. I know some people really worry about that stuff. It is in the game.
Well, I'm going to golf clap for that. It was a great golf clap.
See, we can skip ahead a little bit here. We're going to skip ahead. Let's get to that 4th inning. K-Spots, was it top of the 4th, my man? Is that what you wanted? Top of the 4th, one out?
Haven't been getting on base. They're not doing much.
2 away now.
So people keep asking us.
2 away now.
So people keep asking us about Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow.
I'm not even going to justify Tim Tebow's comment on here. Tim Tebow will not be in the game unless he plays for Major League Baseball. Period.
It almost doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but it almost is.
Our coverage, someone in the chat, Nixie just said, can't wait to see my coverage of the franchise. We legit may go 3 hours on the franchise.
Cakes in the game. They are.
Top of the 4th, one out. Let's see here.
Cakes.
There are lots of
Okay, we're going to get here. Gotta get your area. Guys, if you're not here in Twitch chat, guys, you should follow twitch.tv/operationsports. Chat is going insane right now, so it's kind of cool. Kind of cool to watch.
Get new face scans for. The guys look so much better this year.
We try to scan everybody. Some guys say no. We try to scan everybody.
Look at that curve on that foul ball. Oh, God. That looks so good.
A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you
I mean, we could just watch gameplay all day. Can I just... The new color of the throwing meter, though? Yeah, that does look different. Feld.
All of them on the road to the show screen in 2 weeks.
We're going to let this play until the first out so that way we can see what's going on. Again, different MLB flash screens. That just looks so good.
They are.
We don't have home and away equipment options. Something we've been trying to do for the last few years. It's just
Somebody in the last YouTube video asked if you could change home and away equipment. You hear Ramon just comment to that. No, you cannot. It's a memory issue for right now. Here you go. 1 out in the 4th.
All of those pitches, they were down around the knees or lower.
We'll see ya.
Oh, the curve. The curve on the foul. Is that what you're talking about, K-Spots? K-Spots, please tell me that's what you're talking about, my dude. That was gorgeous.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
no, you can't transfer DD logos from last year.
And this is chopped
We did
foul
talk
to
about
the
it this
plate.
year.
He's in the hole now,
It is
down
a feature that we
0-2.
talked about, but we
well, he's
couldn't
out in front of that change.
He has it turned off. So that way, because he's playing head-to-head. The question, AMUD1989 says in chat, why can't we see where he's aiming with analog pitching? Because he has it turned off since they're playing head-to-head on the same console.
Guys these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be.
generic players in the
Professional hitters can catch
That's really cool, guys.
fastball up with good off.
There were 70 rules announced today. Intentional walks, one with no pitch. They already have one pitch intentional walks in the game if you L1 and circle, so that is not new in the game. Just heads up. Let's see here. What else we got? One of my favorite things.
that the game?
He's all over the place. So yeah, we told you. He's everywhere.
Let's see this Trey Turner bomb. Oh, you know what? Actually, very good point. MV Peterson, Carter Capps. That change is not in the game. Carter Capps will still have his illegal pitching motion. That came way too late. They may update Carter Capps' motion so that way he doesn't have it in like Diamond Dynasty, or he doesn't have it like by default, but his motion will still be in the game.
In early.
Oh, bomb, Trey Turner.
That's gone.
He's not just fast, guys.
Trey Turner.
Aqua, I'm going to guess that it counts for 4 pitches still. Aqua's asking specifically about, so intentional walks in the game, even though you don't show throwing 4 pitches, it counts as 4. My guess is it still counts as 4. They didn't change that. So
we will talk about him on the road to the show stream because he was very instrumental in paving your path. He was
So, also, you're going to see Bryce Harper coming up. There's Ramon.
Look at that guy.
See, Ramon was at the game.
He's all over the place. So yeah, we told you. He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
The new Carter Capps rule is he can't jump off the mound anymore because that's illegal. You have to pitch from the mound. You can't jump off and then pitch from a foot ahead. That's illegal.
Lots of new home runs.
It's not a stupid rule. The dude is jumping forward.
Just heard one right now. Look at that.
Nice. Look at the follow through on Trey Turner.
Which we'll probably announce next week at some time. Well, actually, we'll record something where they announce next week. I don't know when you'll see it.
What you're hearing is Ramon talking about. They're going to talk about the PS4 Pro.
Before the game comes out, we promise.
In now is Adam Eaton.
That's Adam Eaton. That's an out. Nice little easy out.
Yes, there is one situation where commentary, isn't that right, Kurt?
Yeah, he drops that 60 foot 6 inches to like he jumps like a foot or 2 forward, guys.
A lot of the
They're not doing any like tournaments like that, Cashby. They're doing like a developer tournament. Here you
on
go.
the fastball on this pitch.
Bryce Harper, let's go.
Really added to a lot this year. Certainly, I mean, situational stuff has always been something.
What you're looking for here is Bryce Harper's personalization. That's all I'll say.
Covered a lot. Now, granted, we brought in 2 new announcers this year. A lot of ground to cover. I mean,
Nixie, I love it. Guys, if you're fielding in the outfield, learn how to feather the stick. If you don't know, ask.
And but it's, situational stuff, particularly in the pitch sequence, is a big deal for us.
The sweepstakes is over. All of the codes have been set. What do they get? A message from us? A whisper?
Private whispers.
You get a private whisper.
All right, let's see it. Come on. I think it's this pitch.
It'll be in your inbox.
One more. Come on. Let's go, Bryce. We got things to do, people to see.
Like back in the day when Facebook first came out, he's like wink at
Wait,
somebody or something.
reverse that.
He's gonna find a way.
Going deep again.
The first thing I want to say is that was an outside high pitch. That's why I went to left field. For all of you Oppo power people.
Pretty good example right there. Maddie saying gone. Good energy. Trying to bring out that excitement. And good home run call.
Kirby's talking specifically about Matt Vasgersian's excitement level. They listen, guys. They listen.
Bryce Harper, number 31 for him on the season. And
Bryce Harper has a personalized home run sequence, doesn't he, Lauren? Bryce Harper
There you go. There's a good example of personalization right there, pointing in the stands.
Yes, he does.
And so you can choose those now. I think we mentioned that.
Yeah, so you can choose those. That's another cool thing. Again, something Bryce Harper does, points to the stands, gives a thumbs up as he's walking away. I know it seems small, but you Nats fans know he does it, so you blow up when it happens. So, very cool, but for that, I think that's a very awesome ad, and you can add those individually to your players this year. Home run celebrations are not tied to a batting stance this year. They are separate, so very, very cool. Let's see here. Pitcher miss. Oh, is that the miss I just did? Oh, let's see here. Let me see. There's one that I wanted to show you because the pitcher went after a ball and missed it, and it's just not something I'm used to seeing. You're used to the pitcher either getting the ball or getting hit with it. This was actually a miss with the glove.
Situational sort of situation right there. Dan just talked about how Harper hit a home run yesterday And there's another one right now. It's hot. For example, of kind of
Nope, not this one. So let's move forward a little bit. Matter of fact, it was Joe Ross that did it, so let's move on to the next inning here.
to have a batting stance, choose a different home run swing, and you're able to choose.
Let's keep this moving. Joe Ross. Joe Ross with a terrible fielding play that he gets bailed out for.
People play on Legend.
Yeah, play on Legend and then see if it's too hard or too easy.
Yeah.
Now here's the pitch.
Let's see here, guys. Let's go. Come on. Show it to me. Show me Joe Ross, terrible fielder, for the win.
You know, that's something we'll update next year, but it's too late for us.
Things that have been
Oh, there it is. Hold on, there it is.
new.
Again, we're just looking at
There's a lot of different areas. Where
the ball boy gets out of the way. What are you talking about?
personalized work.
You're talking about the ball boy gets out of the way. Oh, you mean when they're going for the ball? Yeah. I think that was in last year, though. Curtain calls? D-Saint, they're not saying it's not in. They haven't mentioned anything about it, but that's not saying it's not in.
Today?
Yeah, that
They're talking about the Carter Caps rule right now, guys.
If I would have known I could have done that,
I would have.
Literally would not load. It just wouldn't work.
I miss it?
Way too big.
Nah, I missed it. Don't worry about it, guys. So what it is, essentially what I'm talking about is, so Joe Ross goes after a ball with his glove, misses it, comes back and gets it up. Not something I've ever seen, so definitely going to go fine there. So let's go back. Oh, we jumped. Okay. Almost done here, guys. I promise you. I appreciate you guys sticking around. It has been pretty awesome.
things that have been added this year for personalization.
We got a couple more things. Ramon goes into gameplay here for a few minutes that I definitely want to get into.
Okay, that's not.
Right after we go into a legend reveal.
We'll never be able to. My MLB network integrated.
Matt Wieters in the Nationals jersey. Ugh.
Same.
A little bit earlier, if you're joining late, when you're on the calendar.
Let's see how much further we got here. And again, everything I'm skipping over is pure gameplay, guys. There's nothing of note that they're going to talk about, but if you want to see pure gameplay, they give it to you. Like, second for second is all gameplay. So you definitely, if you want to see that, I cannot say enough. Link in the description to both the Sony San Diego Twitch and the Sony San Diego YouTube. I will have both of them up for you.
So we get 338.
Jorge Posada is the next legend. 2007 Impact
overall.
veteran.
Upper 80s,
92
power.
diamond overall. Let's show those ratings, guys. Get them up on the screen here. All right, so 88-87 contact, 80-72 power, vision is 70. Discipline this year with the updated check swings. Might that matter a little more? Probably not a ton, but fielding is all average, and that speed, though, is slow. But a really good hitting catcher. Definitely something about mid-game that you might want to work with. I don't think it's something you want end game because you like a little more defense, a little more arm strength. But Jorge Posada, for you Yankee fans, I'm sure you guys are completely happy to see that guy in the game. Okay, so after this is where some of the things that I thought were really cool, gameplay-wise.
There goes that game.
Now you see Ramon screwing with the widgets. That's where you know something's coming. All right. I'm going to let this play a little bit as we go and talk about what we see, because he does a lot of the thing that he did last episode or last live stream where he hits the same ball to the same place multiple times to show different animations of how it's working.
Sprinkled about. Sprinkled about. You got it.
All right.
The last two legends, in case you got here a little bit late, the last two legends that we revealed earlier, we have a 1988 Harold Reynolds Great year for him offensively.
Now, the first thing you're going to see from what I can tell, from what I remember, obviously next week, guys, just in case you didn't know, franchise mode, new features and improvements. It's a video blog, a vlog for you kids that like to call it lit. It will be lit on the 7th. On the 9th, we get that franchise mode deep dive. Folks, this live stream breakdown is going to be 18 hours if they do the correct deep dive. I promise you it will be forever going over franchise mode. I will not do you wrong when it comes to franchise mode. All right, here we go. Another check swing. Another really cool check swing there as I knock my headphones into my own face.
That's very important. And they are also brand new this year.
Oh, dude, you don't understand, guys. When it comes to, like, I love baseball in general. I like Diamond Dynasty mode. I like card collecting. There we go. Okay, so this is a shifted second baseman. They're trying to show off Curtis Granderson going back and forth, hitting the same spot overall. You're going to see the second baseman make some plays. You can see the first baseman make some plays here. Okay? Now you see Routing, he comes in a little bit, makes that throw, and it works okay. Be very cognizant of the second base route there. So the second baseman comes into the ball that time. Now watch this play. Now see him go back towards the right fielder, and what happens? Safe. So again, routing matters this year. That right there is the #1. See the first baseman, Adam Lynn, get over there. Very cool. Lynn's got a decent glove to his glove side, I think, when it looks range factor. So very cool that routing makes a huge difference this year, guys. You have to take the right routes, or you could be giving up base hits. See what else we got for us here. Okay, so you see the shift. Very nice throw over there. But now that's a hard hit ball. Let's see what happens on the same play. You see he actually usered the infielder. He didn't preload the throw. He ran back towards first base to get a little extra on the throw. Again, not a bad move if you have time. You don't always have to preloads for some of the slower runners. You see Cespedes go to the hole. Not sure what he is doing here. He changes up fast to slow speeds a lot in terms of the base runners. Again, another hole shot. Not sure what he's going for here with Trey Turner. Oh, he had hard grounder on. That might be the reason why. All right, again, what you want to watch here, watch very, very closely. For the next couple of plays, watch David Wright. Watch his urgency. You're going to see Trey Turner versus David Wright, and you're going to see another batter versus David Wright, a slow runner and Trey Turner. Watch the difference in animations that you're getting from David Wright in this. Another out. Again, doesn't double clutch, comes up, sets the back foot, gets it to first base.
Kurt and the sound guys across the street do an incredible amount of work to edit every
All right,
single line.
bad throw, picks the runner up, but again, the urgency is still there.
We have to do script review, make sure closed captioning is set right, make sure it's implemented correctly.
Another slow roller.
Bugs, testing.
That time, if you watch, was not fully done the meter by the time it got there, so not fully preloaded. So again, very important to get that out quick. We see that David Wright doesn't even stop his motion, gets up, does that little hop throw.
Yeah, we definitely, we haven't peaked.
So Gil talked about this on the first.
Another slow roller. Harvey gets up, notices that even with the 96 speed Turner, he has an extra second because the ball has hit right to him, takes one clutch and throws. All right, now we got Adam Eaton on. Very key here that David Wright is already on the infield cut. on that ball. You see him take an extra second because you've got 77 speed Adam Eaton. Now you've got Matt Wieters in a shift. But, okay, so what's really cool here is the big question was, Humanity AI, what happens if you hit a ball that's going to be close with a slow runner? You see right there, David Wright on a shift, urgent. He was moving the play. He was pushing the throw even on a slow runner. So not only do they recognize speed, but they recognize how much time they have even with slower runners. That is very, very important in terms of Humanity AI. It doesn't just recognize one thing. It recognizes situation.
For this year's game, we did over 140 hours of recording time.
You see here, and even in this one, sets his feet. I think that's an out. I think that's an out. I think they actually challenged it, and he's out too. We're not gonna watch the challenge, guys. Oh, by the way, challenges only at first base. There is no update to challenges this year. They didn't have time to do it. They have a bunch of other things, as you can see, trying to. Look at the guy's throat. Look at it. I love it. I love the double chin. Terry Collins looking good. Terry Collins, yeah, 140 hours of new commentary.
Every day. Every finish here, I will go back and put more lines in the game.
And again, you see, David Wright takes his time on 20-speed Adam Lind and makes the throw. There's one other thing that I want to look at in this stream that I noticed. I'm going to show this to you guys. Look at the catcher. I want you to look at the way the catcher is set up. Watch the catcher's throw arm go behind his back. I'm very curious about this. There's something very specific I want to see about this. Because we got one last thing I want to see. Okay, fast animation. We're good to go. Yeah, I think fielding stats are going to be more important this year, Nixie. I agree with that. I don't think we get to see the Nationals anymore, so we're gonna pass that. I think you guys have seen what I mean with the routing and the urgency. I want to move back into the main gameplay for 1 second, guys. All right, here we go. Watch Wieters here. This has been a problem with Wieters throughout his career. Okay, he has done this. Let me see if this is the setup that he does. Look at the throwing arm. Look at the throwing arm for Wieters. You guys see that? You guys see where Wieters' throwing arm went? I don't know that was in last year, was it? Look at that. The throwing arm gets behind the glove instead of behind his back. That's a big no-no for catchers, by the way. But Wieters is one of those guys that did it. He didn't do it all the time, but he did do it. Very, very cool. Oh, no, Nixie, you're absolutely right. That is completely not right. But it shows one very key thing, and that's what we're going to end off on here today. It's very key that there are different catcher setups this year. Another little animation that we didn't see last year. They didn't even talk about it. And it's in the game. Somebody on other stream, props out to him. I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but somebody on one of the other live stream breakdowns noticed that. So yeah, Travis d'Arnaud was behind, Wieters was up in the front. D-Saint, I don't think so because there's no runners on. If it was to tip off maybe throwing, that's the only thing I could think of. But the other thing that I want to tell you guys is outros this year. There were some complaints last year about outros. Outros this year are faster, and Vescursion does a wrap-up of the game. That was talked about at the very end here by Kirby St. Jean. So we'll go back here. We will end off.
Little bugs and everything, but feeling good.
Yeah, they're not done the game yet. Game is not gold yet. They were talking about that.
Check us out, Twitter, MLB The Show, MLB The Show Tips, The Show Nation.
Operator Sports. All right, so we're going to let you guys know that next live stream will be next Thursday, March 9th. There will be a video blog, as the kids say, next Tuesday that if it has enough information, We're going to be breaking it down that same night, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, something that's a labor of love for me, but you guys seem to enjoy it, so we're going to keep doing this into other games as well. But until then, all of the links that I've talked about, Sony's Twitch, Sony's YouTube page, all of them will be in the description with direct links to the archives, guys. Thank you so much. Always remember that Operation Sports is dedicated to sports gaming, and we'll see you guys later.